My name is Duncan Omondi. I come from Uri County. I was once a student from Kisii University, taking a course in Bachelor's Maths in Criminology and Security Study. Actually, I'm a graduate and I'm a degree holder by now. Again, I'm also a student still, taking my Master's in Criminology. I would like to say it needs wisdom to understand wisdom, actually, because music without audience is not music. So, to me, politics without youth is not politics. Governance without youth is not governance. Now, this is the problem the youths are facing in terms of politics and in terms of governance. When we were young, they used to tell us that we are the leaders of tomorrow. But I think the slogan should be changed. We are the leaders of today. But where will I lead as a youth? Will I be my own leader? That's the question. Because when you look at the offices, the big sectors in politics or in government, they are still being occupied by the older people. And at some point now, it makes us think that we should ask them, when will they die, so that we chip in as youth and take their positions. And even in terms of the CS nominated by our president now, we saw it clear that only one, by the name Fikirini, was appointed. Other group, all of them are 45 years and above. Where are the youths coming in? So at this point, what should be done? If it is like women have been championing for the gender rule, so as youths also, we should also champion for our. If it is a third for the old people, a third for women, and a third for youth, then that's when we will now say that the youths are in that government. But a point whereby we will have for 22 CS and only one is a youth. The 21, maybe 18 are people above 50 years and above. You get it to be 3 to be women, then still the youth we will say and we will conclude that we are still marginal. We are not part of this government. And also the another problem we have a good example like Kibasa. When a youth tries to come up, try to articulate what he feels and what should be done to other fellow youth, we see how the intimidation comes in. The other time in Bomas, we saw how Kibazo was beaten because only he was articulating for the youth. So still, we are still far. If at all we are talking about youth being in this government or being in governance, then we are still miles far away from that. And a lot needs to be done.
No, there's this issue. The Constitution has a section where the youths need to be represented when it comes to National Assembly or the Senate. Is that post for youth representation? Do you think the youths are well represented in National Assembly or the Senate?
This is not about being represented. One, I can be represented, but the question comes, by who?
Who is representing you?
Who is representing me? Is that person active? You might elect me or you might appoint me to represent you as a youth, but when I'm there, I'm quiet.
Yeah.
I don't bring even anything concerning the youth. Then we don't call that to be a representation, because the Constitution says very well, and it is clear that if it is about representation, the sovereign power, if it is about representation, the power we can articulate the power directly or indirectly, whereby indirectly it is through representatives or directly through me directly. Now, if it is about indirect representation, how sure are we that the person representing us is full enough to represent? But even those who are talking about representation, is there any other day you have seen even one who is representing the youth calling even a forum in their own counties or in their own sub-counties to articulate, to sit down with the youth and to know what is happening among the youth? Then that representation still no.
There's no representation.
There is no representation.
There's this ministry, the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Youth Affairs. Do you think this ministry is doing enough to empower the youth? the way they are supposed to be doing things.
Okay, now there is now we have the problem. That's where we have the real problem. It is about sports, culture, youth, and culture. But now this is the point. It comes to a point whereby we want the youth to participate in these sports or these activities. The people we are meeting there are not youths. You see, that's where they will come to us and tell us, oh, we need 10 years experience. How do I need 10 years experience to give my fellow youth an opportunity? That's a lie. Is it? That's a lie. So at this point, what should be done is very simple. However much they are talking of giving us directives and giving us direction on what should be done and what should not be done, then the youth should be incorporated. The 1/3 I was talking about now should come in. Because I know when we have 3 members, maybe we have 3 members, we have 1 youth, a female, and maybe a gentleman. Now who is not a youth, then from there, the 3 brains will produce something.
Yeah, of course.
And I know the youth there will be ready and will be able to give what other fellow wants. We are championing for the 100% transition to schools, which is good.
Actually,
we appreciate that. It is okay, and we can see, because remember we were talking about poverty, diseases, ignorance. You see, now at this point we are dealing with ignorance. One, but are we dealing with the poverty? That's the problem. Now the poverty now will come saying, I was told to not to repeat a level, I should proceed. I proceeded, I passed, I did the necessity, and now I'm a graduate. Okay, am I employed? No. You see that? Now, what should be done? At this point, it is very difficult, because we saw the president talking about the house. It was a household levy.
Yeah, of course.
Now creating jobs for youth. Actually, it is not realistic.
Actually,
at a point whereby I want to take someone who did master, maybe bachelor's in economics, and then at that point whereby we are talking about, at that site, it is about masonry, about building. So someone who is much equipped with that area is maybe someone who did a diploma in building and construction, civil engineering, you see, like such courses. Now tell this person who has done a bachelor in criminology, where is this person coming in? The other person, bachelor's in economics, where is this person coming in? Do you want to tell me someone who has sat for university in 4 years, going out there to ask a foreman to employ him like a casual, yani like mtu wa mkono? Sasa he should help the maybe the carpenters or the steel fixers. It is not making sense. The simple thing I want to say, that a beautiful lady without character or without brain is like a holiday that fell on Sunday. Very useless. Are we together? Yeah. It is very useless. Come to think of it, it is only in Kenya whereby we will have politics just from the following day after election until the next day to election, because we don't want to give them time. We don't want to give the people elected time. Now, if at all they are championing for the youth and they are trying to bring in, of which on my side I don't see if they are doing the necessity. Even if they said it, if they are trying to bring it to be 30% or to be 40%, it is not. So whatever should be done, the other aspect of making noise, oh, Ruto must go, oh, this must be done, oh, we have been betrayed, oh, Raila did this, oh, Rigathi did this, oh, we youths now, we should calm down. Because when we are talking about Ruto must go, when he goes where, what will happen? Will a youth be there? No. So as youth, we should now sit down, because now I think in this society, in this Kenya society, it is man for himself and God for us all.